What's up, my Moon Tribe? I'm Haley, and this is Moon Tribe Tarot. This is for the star sign of Leo. From now, January 1st, 2020 to January 10th, 2020. I've already gone ahead and shuffled your deck off camera. I've said that with every fucking sign. I have already shuffled your cards. They are right here. These are general messages only, which means take what resonates, leave behind what does not. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me where your messages will 100% correlate to your story, you can find all the information you need on how to do that in the description box down below. So let's get right on with it. We have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands for what it is that you need to know, and Judgment as advice. So, the Knight of Cups in general is a Pisces, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water sign individual. They are of their middle maturity. They are not a baby and they are not fully adults. They're kind of the adolescent teenager. He represents some sort of person who is questing for something. He's a hopeless romantic. It definitely represents emotional supply. He represents emotional abundance. He represents somebody making some sort of offer, taking somebody out on dates. He's like that hopeless romantic. He's a sweet talker. He understands how to talk, and he would be good at fostering emotion, especially coming in with the Ace of Wands. This person is new. This is a new beginning, or this is a new path with this person. If it had been a friend before, it is possible that now this person is pursuing you for something more. This would be a new beginning, so you would know which one that is. But aces are, I love all aces. Everybody knows this now. But I love all aces. It's a fiery start to a new passionate kind of development. And to get these together, it's definitely this kind of whirlwind kind of romance type of thing that we've got going on with the Ace of Wands, especially with the Knight of Cups. And the advice is judgment. Judgment represents a rebirth. It represents renewal. It represents having a new beginning. Judgment is not so much to say that you're being judged, but it is basically that a period of your life had been transformed and something had to end for something to awaken. This is constantly. This is most likely associated with the card of the calling. It is telling you that you have awoken up to something. There's some sort of new beginning here. It's a rebirth. It's a repurpose. Something died in order for something new to start. And I feel like that is what has happened here. However this person came in, I definitely feel like it might have come from a time after healing, or it might have come in from a time after something had to end, and now it is being replaced with something new, because, when one door opens, when one door closes, another one opens. But I have the feeling that I should be pulling one more card for you. I just want to... Oops, I looked at the wrong side of the deck. I just want to see where this goes. Where does this go for Leo? The moon. Okay. So this goes in a direction where you might be... This is kind of an anxiety card. It represents that things are so new that you might not know exactly where they're going. It represents questions that you have not have the full answers to. Sometimes in this deck, it can represent lies, illusions, or grandeur. But it's also a card of empathy. It represents not having the full answers to something and needing to obtain the full answers. So this is very, very new. I feel like this is a brand new beginning, especially with the Ace of Wands, somebody new coming in, and judgment. So there's a new beginning, and I feel like you're going to go through a period from now to January 10th where you are going to feel a little bit out in the dark on some things. It's not a bad card. This happens with new relationships. It's perfectly normal to, you want all your duckies in a row. You want to make sure you have all the full truth to everything. That is the advice with the moon. So the advice with the moon is to make sure that you get out and get all the full answers before making a choice on something. It represents not to do something rational, or not. No, it does actually represent doing something rational. It represents not doing something so quick-headed like, oh, snap judgment, you're gone. Make sure if things come up that you have them answered. Don't be so quick to jump, because I feel like a lot of you might be jumpy right now, especially with the reading that you just got for January. So for some of you, this is going to go in a good direction. The only thing that I want to caution you about is to make sure you have all the answers that you need from this person. Don't assume that your truth is the only truth. That is not so. So the only thing that is basically interfering is, I don't want to say your own self, but the need to have answers. And you can do that by asking the person directly for clarity. And if the person does not want to give you clarity, that's a pretty good sign that that's not the person that you need in your life. But for the most part, this does definitely look like a good, at least sexual kind of new beginning for you, Leo. And this looks pretty good for the most part. Just keep this in mind. But for the most part, this looks pretty mint. And I will talk to you later. Peace out, my moon tribe.